Hey guys, welcome back. I am headed out to the greenhouse. We're gonna start some onion seed. My sister is on her way here. She's gonna come help me start a bunch of seeds for onions for our families. She's gonna start her own and I'm gonna start mine. And then she doesn't know this, but I also have plenty of seeds to start. Well, Walla Walla onion seeds to start for the community garden that we're having here. I'm gonna move you down. I have my Bootstrap Farmer. These are the best seed bottom trays with no holes so we can bottom water. And then I have some cheaper, I had these since we were flower farming. They're like these cheap plastic 6-packs and I am putting them in my really sturdy, not cheap Bootstrap Farmer trays. I want to get these onions Walla Wallas started for the community garden because by the time the community garden starts on March 16th, if you guys missed that last video, hold on. If you missed that last video, we're doing a community garden. We were market growers and we had a huge garden, and so now we are taking the massive part of the garden that we don't use, and we're partnering up with our church to do a community garden group to feed the people. We start, our first meeting is March 16th at 10 a.m. here on our farm, and we're teaching people how to grow food. And then we're going to feed people that come and do it and take food, or figure out where to deliver food to, or give it to the local food bank. We got a lot of options. But I'm going to be starting Walla Walla onion seeds because Walla Wallas are my fastest large onion ready to go. So I'm also going to be direct sowing green onions, or I might actually start green onions for the community garden in here to see how it goes. We'll see. We're just going to see how it goes. With my sister coming to help, it's going to go a lot faster. Typically I just direct sow them, but I'm really wanting to get food production up for the garden, for the community garden. So the Walla Wallas compared to like a storage variety, which I'm going to go over all my varieties when my sister gets here. I want to see what she's got and kind of compare and contrast what we got going on here. The one thing I don't have today that I am disappointed in myself is shallots. I really want to grow shallots this year. It's one of the vegetables that I am like really trying to do good this year. I always have one vegetable or a couple vegetables that I'm really nailing down, that I want to nail down. And typically this is what has happened in the last 5 years since I've been doing this, is I pick a vegetable. One year it was carrots. I wanted to master kind of carrots, kind of really harness in on those, and obviously I still grow other things, but I really wanted to get good at carrots. And then another year was onions from seed. Really wanted to get good at those. Okay, then once I get one vegetable, it seems like I can kind of manage. And one year it was cabbages and I nailed it that year and had a good cabbage year last year. I want to have a better one this year, but I feel like I kind of got that figured out. And now this year is shallots, for sure shallots. I want to get good with shallots and also pepper starts. I just want to be successful with those. I had a really successful year with peppers last year, but I didn't grow my own starts. But that was the video before this video, was starting peppers. So anyway, so that's kind of the deal. We gotta get these onions going. It is February, the first weekend in February. What is today? The 3rd. My soil is still soaking wet from when I started peppers. So I'm gonna add some, kind of get ready, probably fill these up. I'm using bigger cup sizes. Bigger. They're not quite as big as my 2-inch pots. No, they're a little smaller, but they're gonna be great. Just like a normal 6-pack you'd get from, I don't know, Lowe's or Bimart or whatever. These are going to be great for my onions. The goal this year is, I have done onions lots of ways. Probably the most common way is in like a half-gallon pot I've done, or in just these has been what I've been doing. And I basically just filled this up, has no holes. I fill this up with seed starting mix and just sprinkle my onions on top and do it that way. And that's a great way to do it. It works. However, when it comes time to take them, so I'm going to start these I'm going to get them going in my greenhouse, like plant them, start the seeds in the greenhouse, but today I'm taking them into my house and putting them under grow lights in my laundry room. When it comes, because it is February and we are a pretty harsh climate where we live here in Central Oregon, we're zone 3. We're listed, classified as subarctic. We get frost all year round. We're kind of a little difficult area to grow in. So what I do is I get them all ready out here so I don't create the mess in my house. I have done the mess in my house. It's just not worth it. I'll take them in and put them under the grow lights. They'll all be labeled. At this next month, we'll keep an eyeball on next month, but typically at the beginning of March to maybe somewhere in March, depending on how crazy the weather gets, because sometimes March gets pretty warm. We'll come out here and I'll put my onions will get on my big shelf, and they will live out here until they get planted outside. And I trim them up, I fertilize them, because the seed starting mix has no nutrients. We will need to fertilize. I come out here, and if they're just in this, I typically put like 3 varieties in here. Oh, this one's broken. That's alright, it's still gonna work. I think I hear my sister pulling in. Take them and they're like little pieces of grass, and you're planting little pieces of grass. And I do multi-sow, which is like taking a clump of 3 to 4 onions and planting them together, and they can grow up that way, and you harvest the bigger ones as, yep, there she is. You harvest the bigger ones as they get more mature, and then you leave the smaller ones to get full grown. But I can do that with these. So I can plant, I'm going to do like 5 seeds, spread them out in each one, and it'll be easier. I can just pluck the whole clump out and plant it in instead of sitting there and doing this. So that's the goal. Here she comes. So this is my sister Bethany. You've met her before. We're filling seed trays. I wanted to...
Get my coat off.
Yeah. You brought oh, we're starting your peppers too?
Yeah.
Great. We were talking off camera, because I forgot to turn it on, about
onions.
Onions. And last year I was telling them I had the same thing, but I've been watching, I watched like a video of Garden Answer, and she was planting super precisely in her onion.
In her trays.
In her trays, and saved money on seed, which I'm trying to not be so wasteful and so willy-nilly, and I'm not watching any videos that are like seed hauls, because I don't want to.
We already have
a lot, and also I think that we're in a time that we need to not be so like, what's the word that's
consumer driven?
Yeah, consumer driven. And I want the garden.
Go back to the land, but you're still like spending tons of money you don't need to.
Like there's been years I probably spent. I don't even want to talk about how much money I've spent on seeds before.
But you just don't really need to.
I have a lot. I want to get better at saving my own seeds.
I mean, we've wasted a lot over there. We're getting more responsible.
Yeah, we wasted a lot. And that's what she was talking about, how you save more money by being a little more precise in your planting. Now, onion seeds, however, they lose their viability the longer they've been in your cupboard. So if you have a seed packet that's a few years old, which I definitely do, you just plant a little extra.
I did that once though, and they all did come up.
That is a risk.
So,
well, was it onions though?
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, dang. What can you? Oh, I'm gonna start some Walla Wallas in a tray. Probably just one tray for the community garden.
I brought a pack of Walla Wallas for myself.
I have several packs for myself, but you need another tray.
Yeah.
I have 9 varieties, and that was narrowing it down.
I actually have some seeds from when we went up to.
Me too.
Garden Answer that I was gonna
at the nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I only did 1 pack. I have another pack that I didn't bring down.
That's funny because we haven't talked about Garden Answer in 2 years. Then we brought the seeds today.
That is true.
You talked about it.
It is. The problem is when you learn how to grow onions, then you come up with all sorts of varieties.
The other problem is you grow all the varieties and you don't harvest one.
Okay,
we were just discussing this. I have planted 200 of them in the rain last year, and somehow they all disappeared. We're supposed to be like a motivation channel.
I planted 200 and some in the rain, and I still have them in my pantry.
And then our mother planted hers in her greenhouse in a pot, and I told her, those are going to bolt and not do anything. Every single one of them turned out and it didn't bolt.
So you should have planted yours in your greenhouse?
Yeah.
Okay, So there's 3 types of onions, which, is this the information pack? No. There's a long day, a medium day, or a midday, and a short day onion, depending on where you are in the world, but I'm going to just use America as a reference here. If you are in the northern part of America, you need long day onions. We get the most light, and your onions need, the long days prefer a lot of light. If you're a midday, some people say you can grow midday in long or short. I have done this and I haven't had good success at all, so I just stick with long days. If you're in the south, you definitely want the short day. They need less light and they do way better for you down there. So thank you. And all of mine are long day, and probably all of yours are too.
Well, I have some random varieties that I got for 25 cents at the store.
Okay, so they might have some weird ones in there. Erica gave me a random one.
Although I thought one was random, and then I realized that I bought it from Garden Answer too, or that what's her house called?
Andrew's seed. Hers are very distinct though.
I know, but it was the same variety.
Oh, okay.
Then maybe it is a long day because I wouldn't have thought.
So this one is from Andrew's seed, the Garden Answer people, and this is a yellow sweet Spanish.
These are like what, 2 or 3 years old?
Did we buy them when we went to
Boise? Though.
Which one? The first. It was not. We didn't do it when we went to Kelsey's.
Oh, why did we go? Oh, jeez.
I think it's 4 years. We better sew those a little thick. Okay, so I'm going to do my yellow varieties. I have Patterson. These are a few years old. The regular package got wet. These are from Johnny's. They're good. They're like amazing storage onion. Obviously Walla Wallas. Alyssa Craig. They're a Scottish variety, and you can get up to 5 pounds of an onion.
Yeah, I grew those last year. Those red ones.
You started those last year. I don't know if you grew
I planted those last year.
Yellow of Parma is probably my #1 storage variety for the yellow, because you can get them at Baker Creek and they have free shipping, and they're a great storage onion. I got a bunch of those still in my pantry. As far as red ones go, I have the Red Wing, which I do love those. They're Johnny's special. And then we have some ones. I have this Italian torpedo. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that is a shallot.
It says it's an onion, but it's I thought it'd be fun to grow. The Italian torpedo. And the red Weathersfield and the red Geneva. I know these packs. I planted them last year. I don't think I had a single one germinate.
They all died.
They never came up. You can try them.
We'll try them. This is the only one that you didn't have that
Okay,
I had.
Brunswick. I have these two.
Oh, you did?
But I don't think I didn't choose them this year. They didn't make the cut.
I did Parma,
Oh, good.
Brunswick.
Walla.
This is all I had. I bought a ton of money. I spent a ton of money on onions last year. And I got the globe one that's bigger than that. It's bigger than the Alyssa. It's a globe.
I
Supposed
thought
to be like this big.
Okay, I was telling them that each year I make sure I do a vegetable correctly. Like, I really focus in on it. Like, 1 year carrots, 1 year onions, 1 year cabbages.
My carrots are good every year.
Her carrots are good every... That's because I went before you and figured out all the tips. Yes.
Although 1 year
No.
I had a
mole issue. Yeah,
they were doing great.
And then
Then a mole came, or a vole, or ground squirrel, whatever, came in and ate like a 60-foot bed by 4 feet. The whole thing.
Oh boy.
Okay, so. And they were full grown.
Right. But
Since then, we now have
So now I
beds
think-
with wire
Yeah.
underneath.
Do you think you should plant onions in there?
I did.
Oh, that's where you planted your 200?
No, the 200 I did in my back.
Right. That's where the carrot incident
I'm not planting
happened.
anymore.
She started this garden and it was really cool. And it's just like
For 1 year. It was really cool.
for 1 year. And then it went downhill.
Rodents found it.
I think so. These garden markers are awesome.
What?
I'm so precise. This is the worst part, though.
Really precise.
Yeah.
I precisely put 1 pack in each thing.
Yep. That's what I used to do too.
I know. But
I know.
You said not
I
one
know.
Germany.
Yeah, the so easy ones, but they were dirt cheap.
Grocery bag for $5.
Yeah, the Walmart grocery sack for $5. This is gonna take 20 years. I'm gonna be here for like 15
How many
years.
are you putting in there?
I'm gonna use this whole pack. There wasn't much in it.
I know, but how many in each 6?
I feel like this is 5. 5.
5 per one.
Like
Each.
1 per corner and 1 in the middle.
But would you, when you plant those outside?
I'm gonna cluster plant 5.
5?
Sure. I don't know.
What was that brand?
Botanical interests.
I mean, what kind?
Wallace.
Okay, I'm being precise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You got a big one. You could probably do 6. And you could break it up into 2 and do 3 in each one.
3,
You know?
4, 5.
We're so precise.
6.
We're like garden.
6 in each one?
We're like garden answer over here.
Did she only do 6?
She does. I don't know.
Wow, that spelled out 6.
Oh my gosh, this is painstaking.
Well, I'm being precise, but they might, like, there's 5 in each, or 6.
But they're in dip all together.
What?
Nothing.
That's bad?
No, better than what we have been doing. And we said I had success.
Yeah, you did. So what?
Now, this is definitely the better way because I like to direct sow a lot of vegetables. But I did that side by side last year. I got jack shizzle from the ones I direct sowed. They were like green onions by the time I was ready to harvest. So this is definitely the way to go.
Well, we've already known that with onions, right?
Yeah, but I'm sharing it with the people.
Oh.
Okay, I think
Just
this is going to be a lot of precision. I don't know if I have this much precision in me.
like 1 row you do. Past that, no.
Yeah, exactly. We're already at the point where I am just putting 5 in all. I was doing all the corners. I'd be here for 20 hours.
We're not 20-hour people.
No, we're like get this crap done people. Okay, I'm getting willy-nilly. I planted way over 5 in here because I had it in my hand and I didn't want to put them back in here. But I didn't go even hardly through a whole pack.
Was that the Parma?
Yeah, and that's
what I'm on.
I calculated it because it's like 180 if you fill up these, if you do 5. And so,
That's enough.
well, of those, I still have Patterson and I still have...
Well, we like those the best.
Yeah, I like the yellow Parma. But now I'm like,
I'm doing a whole pack of those with you.
I can't, like if I have extra, we can always give to family. Or we have the garden this year, so we can...
Kylie never likes to give her onions away. She says it at this time of year.
I gave you some.
Like 3 during the season.
What is, I am a little...
Greedy?
I've only done 3 varieties out of 9. Just kidding.
I'm only doing 4.
This is the problem. It's like I wear myself out.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a lot of planting.
Yeah, because this is the easy part.
But then when I think about the onions, I did not, because when we harvested, they got really soggy at the end in the fall. Remember when we were dealing with bugs in the ones? We had to throw them out. So I don't think I have enough to make it through the next year, like the full winter this year.
Oh, so you gotta do more than that. Well, you should have just pulled them out sooner.
Well, lessons are learned. We got, what do we got left here? I didn't hardly use any Walla Wallas. I bought out 5 packs. I used 1.5. That's a difference in my seed usage. The till? That is cool.
Blazing hot. Vicious heat.
Vicious heat? Here, let me show the camera. Well, this is her free seed packet. She's gonna try it. I love when they give you like good seeds.
Yeah.
Vicious heat is how it's described. Good thing we like vicious heat. I don't know if we can handle that. You might be able to more than me. Bethany has better spice tolerance than I do.
But these are also ones that's like you better.
Do you remember? You better what?
What you're playing.
Casabella? Cascabella?
It says hot.
Hot. I got, this year I did
Kinda
Tabasco.
looks like a jalapeno, but yellow.
Yeah, it does. I did Tabasco.
It's only like
This is... that brand is bothering
Fairy
me.
Morris.
Yeah, the Fairy Morris brand. If we wouldn't have got these for...
seeds in there.
The Fairy Morris brand, Bimart carries them. I think other places do too, but the onions I bought had like 10 seeds in them. What the heck are you going to do with 10 onions?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
For that price, if you pay double, you get a bazillion more. Well, Am I Gardener is $2, and this one has 75 seeds, and this one has 150. Just saying. It's much more fun to start seeds with somebody.
It is.
Because you're kind of just here.
What about these?
I started those this year too.
That's fun.
I'm going to try them out.
I should put that one on top because the Bootstrap Farmer ones are sturdier.
Yeah, the one I gave you wasn't very sturdy.
Came with more. Leave it with more than I brought.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take multiple trips.
Why for this?
Well, because I gotta get mine up too.
Yeah, I was thinking.
This is our last tray. Red Wings
I
Johnny's.
was hoping for growth.
Here. This is a 94% germination, but I think I bought them last year, so
How many are you doing?
I don't know, probably 6 or 7. Some of them might have 12, some of them might have 3. No. You? Or you? Are you? Oh no.
Hey, this was
No!
I was going.
Oh boy.
See my
Well, I
seeds?
double seeded that.
She's willing.
You did the middle? No?
No.
Oh boy.
So the middle's done?
No yellow Spanish. Okay, let's do it over in case. We're wrapped for today. We're gonna go put these under inside at least, get them in there. I got 8 varieties done. The only one I didn't use was the yellow sweet Spanish, just because I didn't want to use another tray. Now, when I start my shallots, maybe I'll buddy it up with these.
That's a good idea.
There, that's a great idea.
And when you see how much space you have on your shelving.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Because last year I had skinny shelves and I can only fit 1 seed tray on 1 shelf, so I only had 5. This year, my shelf's a little bigger. I can do 2, so that's 10. Okay, well, thank you guys for following along with us.
See ya.
Bye, guys.